Welcome to Chicago Sports Podcast. Today's episode is a big one. The Bears have officially parted ways with Coach Matt Eberflus. I sure the heck hope so, but not yet. So stay tuned. We're going to go into this and just break down all of the ridiculousness that's been happening with yesterday's game. Unbelievable, man. Call to action. We got to figure this out. We got to talk about it. We got to get in front of it, okay? Folks, we've got a list of potential candidates. So let's dive into who we should potentially pick in place of Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron. This is a call to action, guys. These guys are cozies in their freaking beds. They're not talking about the real tough topics. The point of all this is that stupid people don't know what they're doing. They don't care. They don't care like we care as Chicago Bears fans. Right now, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people that are upset. There's a lot of fans. They deserve better. We deserve better. This city deserves better. This is flat out ridiculous. We're coming up on the eve of the 40th year that the Chicago Bears have not won a freaking Super Bowl. And you got a freaking idiot like Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron that is running this freaking franchise into the freaking ground. This is flat out ridiculous, man. So let's get back to this list of potential candidates that could replace Matt Eberflus, including you. Who's ever watching, you could do a better job than freaking Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron could do. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable, man. Let's dive into the pros and cons, potential fits for each one of these candidates that could replace Matt Eberflus. By the end, we'll share who we think is best, who we think is the best choice, and turn things around, man. We got to turn things around. That was ridiculous. That was a must-win in the desert. Unbelievable. No way, no reason we should have lost that freaking game. And lost by 20. We lost by 20 freaking points, all field goals. Flat out insane. My first candidate I'd like to call to action, Ben Johnson, Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. He's one of the brightest young offensive minds in the league. Ben Johnson has developed Jared Goff and turned the Lions offense into one of the most efficient units in the NFL. These guys are far and away. They had 52 points last game. They only had like 85 yards passing, like 3 touchdowns passing. That's all you needed. And you scored 52 points. Their special teams is on fire. That team is on fire. The defense is doing just enough to do what it takes. But Ben Johnson, there's a guy that I would like to look at. Although he's got limited coaching experience, and it is a big jump from OC to DC, especially with a team in as much turmoil as the Bears, I'd still give it a shot. If the Bears want a forward-thinking offensive identity like Ben Johnson, Johnson could be the perfect architect to finally ignite the Bears offense. We got to get this offense rolling. We got to get it rolling. And why didn't we run the ball enough? We just came up on the anniversary of a loss of our beloved Walter Payton. Sweetness. We should have done better. Whenever we ran the ball, we actually did better. But why abandon that? Everybody knows Arizona's been giving up tons of yards to running backs. And guess what? We gave up tons of yards to running backs. The whole reason why Eberflus has been remaining in the building, in my opinion, maybe not the higher echelon of the Chicago Bears, is because of his freaking defensive mind. but his defensive mind left the freaking building yesterday when we allowed so many freaking yards. It was ridiculous, right up the middle. And that's the most embarrassing thing of it all, is when you get ran on, that just makes you just feel helpless. Oh, man, freaking unbelievable. Some of the cons is during the Briefs' tenure, he may be a little bit green. So he doesn't have a whole lot of time, and he doesn't have any time as a head coach, in the NFL. So that's something to look at, but I'd give it a shot. I definitely, especially the forward thinking of it all, man. Seriously. Joe Brady's the other one I want to talk about. Buffalo Bills quarterback coach. Really good mind. Joe Brady, Buffalo Bills quarterback coach. He's known for his success with LSU's offense during their championship run. Brady has a knack. He's got a great knack for scheme up passing attacks that fit the modern day NFL. The modern day NFL, not this crap we're running right now. Some of the cons of Brady is his brief tenure at Carolina's offense coordinator didn't go too well. He may still be a bit green for a coaching head coach, but Brady could help unlock a young quarterback. But there are questions about whether he's ready for the lead role. Let's look at Bobby Slowick, Houston Texans offensive coordinator. That's somebody to look at. He's worked closely with Kyle Shanahan and is currently helping elevate C.J. Stroud's game to a really high level. I love the way C.J. Stroud and company's playing. They're doing a great job over there the last couple of years. Playoff last year, rookie year, unbelievable. Slowick has experienced an innovative offensive system, but it's very little experience at the top coaching position in the NFL. He'd be another gamble to consider, considering he's still relatively new to play calling. Slowick could bring Shanahan's type offense to Chicago, but would Bears fans be patient enough for another experimental hire? That's the problem. The last few candidates that we've talked about, they are experimental. We don't know how they would do as far as a head coach. But to that point, look what we did with this guy. Unbelievable. Matt Eberflus, ridiculous. You should be fired. You should have your freaking walking papers today. They should have last night. I wouldn't even, go Greyhound. However the hell you want to get out of the building, just get out. We're not even helping you get home. Pack your crap. Get the hell out of here. Stay in the desert with the coyotes. I don't care. Let the buzzards chase you around. Pick at your flesh. Oh, my gosh, man. Whew. Aaron Glenn, Detroit Lions defensive coordinator. That defensive mind known for energizing and improving the Lions. Their Lions has the defense has fostered, and it's brought in a very tough culture. Very tough culture. Biting those kneecaps, tough culture. Something that we need. We need to be tough again, man. Aaron Glenn. But got a couple cons. Coming from a defensive side when the Bears need an offensive reboot may not align with fans and franchise priorities. We need offense. We need offense right now. Our defense is good. Our defense was great up until last night. That was ridiculous. Be ran on like that is demoralizing. Frank Smith, Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator. Let's take a look at Frank Smith. I'm interested in all the offensive minds right now. And typically that's what happens in Chicago Bears style. They go for offense mind, defensive mind, back and forth, trying to figure out what the hell they can do. So Frank Smith was involved in building one of the league's most explosive offenses in Miami. He's worked under Mike McDaniel, who's known for his cutting-edge offensive schemes. Frank Smith could be what we need to bolster and get a spark in our offense, man. The cons, again, is lack of head coaching experience. Another candidate where there's some risk involved. But Smith could potentially bring a similar system to Chicago, capitalizing on speed and creativity. But again, this is more of a long-term investment. But I think we could see some quick rewards, honestly. I really think we could, especially if you have a good defensive mind in there and they shore up that side, got a good special teams coach. The only thing I would look at is an offensive line coach. I'm not too sure I'm, shored up on that. And, I mean, you got to have a good offensive line. You also have to have a good coach. And I'm kind of questioning that right now. I'm questioning all the coaches. This is an action. Where's the action? They'll move to action. Nothing. They're in their bed sleeping. Like I said earlier in the show, stupid people are just, they don't know what the hell is going on. And they're so comfortable in being stupid. They have no idea how bad they are. They're just cozy in their bed, sleeping, not a care in the world. But here you go. You got fans out here, over 80 people in the chat right now watching this show. Over 80 people are watching this show. We're freaking fired up. Monday morning, we should not have this type of hangover. We should be so excited, ready to work, talking to our buddies about a great win, how Caleb sliced and diced them, how our defense did great, all that stuff, man. We deserve better. How Swift hurdled 8 people, jumped over a bus, slam dunked it in the 𝐂𝐍𝐿, swinging for the fences after a touchdown, spiking the ball. That's what we deserve, man. Come on. We've got to do better. Whew. Cliff Kingsbury, Arizona Cardinals head coach. Little familiarity there. Let's unpack that. He's an offensive-minded coach with head coaching experience, known for his air raid offense, which could be appealing for a team seeking a modern passing attack instead of a Stone Age passing attack. Oh, my God. His NFL coaching record isn't stellar, and he's known for struggling in-game adjustments and defensive issues. Kingsbury could bring some excitement, but his mixed track record makes him a bit of a gamble. This guy coming up next, I like him. I think he did good. He was a good player, too. Mike Vrabel, coming from the Belichick tree. That's a pretty good tree. Not for what they got going on now, but that was a good tree for sure. He's respected. He's a proven leader. Mike Vrabel is respected and a proven leader who has won playoff experience and has known to manage a team and win tough games. He's a tough son of a gun. He's a defensive-minded coach and might not be the best fit for offense in need of revitalization. But he's also the fact that, the whole Tennessee thing was a bit challenging, not going to lie. Vrabel would bring culture and toughness to the Bears, but his style may not align with the direction fans are hoping for. I don't know, man. I'd definitely take a good look at him. And if he can get a good offensive coordinator under his belt, that'd definitely be somebody to look at. I want somebody with some prior head coaching skill, not only just head coaching, but some success. If you're a little rocky, I don't want that right now. I'm already on a bed of rocks, okay? That's why I'm up so early. These freaking Bears are killing me. Unbelievable. They should have just stayed in the desert. Let the buzzards swarm all around them. Peck at their eyeballs. I'm telling you, I'm so fired up. I'm so fired up right now. It's unbelievable. I don't know how much. I don't even know if I got a wink of sleep. Man, my blood was boiling. This freaking Eberflus, unbelievable. We went through Nagy. We went through Fox. Are you kidding me? Now this guy, we deserve better. You deserve better. And you know it. Stop making excuses. If there's anybody making excuses for these knuckleheads, shame on you. And should the players do better? Yes, they should do better. But man, when you're down in the dumps, you don't play the way you normally would play. You don't play fresh. You don't have a vibe. Remember the word vibe? Everybody's using that pop word vibe. Vibe. Where's the vibe in the building? How's the vibe in the locker room? Come on, man. This was a must-win game. A must-freaking-win game. No way else to cut it. I'm not even sure we can beat the Patriots at this point. I have no faith in what's going on right now at all. At all. This is flat out ridiculous, man. I'm not sure if the players just lay down because they want the buzzards to swarm around, Eberflus's body while he's laying out in the desert, pecking away at him. Oh, my gosh. What about Bill Belichick, man? Would he do this? Would he leave the comfiness of a nice studio where he's getting paid really well, relaxing, don't have to worry about all the stress, and just sign up for this mess? Just come into Chicago. I mean, at his age, got a young lady, nice, boats, nice yachts. He's doing pretty good. Would he sign up for this? I know we signed up for this, but we were born into this, okay? He wasn't born into that. He's got a plethora of championships, a lot of jewelry. He's got a lot going on. Why would you sign up for this? Other than just that I can because I'm that dude. And I'm the dude that, is the architecture of an amazing thing that you just, can it be rebuilt? Can you repeat what you did over there? Do we have in the building what you would need in order to show that you could do what you did in New England in Chicago? Is that possible? If it is, I say Belichick might take a stab at it. I don't know. But if I'm him, I would just be very comfy in that studio and just enjoy life. It's a semi-retirement job, in my opinion. Not saying that those guys don't work hard, but I know it's a lot less stress than freaking dealing with the Chicago Bears in this freaking disaster. But let's look at some pros, man. Legendary coach with an incredible resume, and he could transform the culture and the discipline of Chicago. He is a no-nonsense coach, man. No-nonsense coach. His recent struggles, though, man, with the Patriots raised questions on about how he'd fare without Tom Brady. Again, we talked about it just a little bit ago. Tom Brady, you had the GOAT in the building. Without the GOAT, not so much. But, he's still a great he's still a great coach. He's still a great-minded football coach, known for his defense, known for making the right calls all the way across the board for many, many years. If anybody learned anything from Brady, I know it's Belichick. And I'm sure Brady learned things from Belichick too. It's hand in hand. Belichick would be a blockbuster move, but it's unclear if he'd want to take a project on like the Bears, man. I'm telling you. I don't know if he would, man. The next guy, very interesting. He's been tossed around for a little bit. I don't think it's fair. I think he is a really good coach. I don't know why he's moving around. I don't know, other than to take on a head coach position, he would move. Brian Flores, Minnesota Vikings defensive coordinator. I really like Brian Flores. Again, I want an offensive-minded coach, but if we're bringing somebody in, this Brian Flores knows what he's doing with defenses, man. It's his worth ethic, man. The dude works so freaking hard, His defensive acumen is unparalleled. It's ridiculous. And no-nonsense style. Flores turned around the Dolphins and could bring similar energy to Chicago, man. I'm telling you, somebody to look at. Another defensive coach at a time when the offense needs serious help. Flores' lawsuit against the NFL could also bring added media scrutiny, but who cares about that right now? Just win, baby. I just want a guy to come in here and freaking win. You know what I mean? Forget all that freaking lawsuit stuff and all that, Let that be handled in the courts. Flores would instill discipline, but the Bears need to decide if they're ready for another defensive mind. That's something to look at. Like I said earlier in the show, the Bears traditionally go offense, defense. And even when they turn to the offense, guys, They don't. Oh, God. All right, well, so there you have it. 9 potential head coaching candidates. Any one of them is better than Eberflus, including you, viewers. You are better than Matt Eberflus because you woke up out of bed, you realize that we suck. This guy has no idea that we suck. And furthermore, he has no idea how bad he sucks. He's a freaking idiot. I'm telling you, we should have kept him in the freaking desert. If he made it back home and he's in his bed comfy, oh my God. But ultimately, each one of those 9 potential head coaching candidates brings something different to the table. And it comes down to the direction the Bears want to take. Hopefully, it's a direction of winning, of doing smart things and making smart decisions all the time. Are they ready to build a modern, high-flying offense, or do they go with a proven leader who can instill discipline and grit? If we had to pick one, I would pick Brian Johnson. I honestly would. I think his offensive mind would outweigh anything else that he's lacking, and I think he's got a good head coach over there that will bite the kneecaps off of anybody. And I think he would take that with him. And I think that's where his grit would come from. I think it would resonate. It has to resonate in the building. And it shows. He's got a grit type offense. You know, those guys are tough over there in Detroit. And don't get me started about us getting ready to play the North. And we were supposed to never take it back. We're going to take the North and never give it back. I mean, when is that going to happen? Did we say that 3 years too early, a little premature? Love Ryan Poles, but man, don't say that to me. You know, under promise and overachieve. Don't over promise and underachieve. It makes you look bad. It makes you look foolish. That's ridiculous. Stand by what you say and make something happen. This is the call to action, folks. Oh, man. And then getting this high right here is key to finally giving Chicago the contender that it deserves. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to let us know what you think as to what next head coach you would pick. Make some comments. I see we've got quite a few comments in Facebook land and YouTube. Getting ready to take off and get out of here, but I just want to unpack this, share some thoughts. Love you guys. I feel for you guys. This is painful. We'll get through this. We're tried and true. We bleed orange and blue. And I'm telling you right now, we will get through this, okay? I mean, no matter what happens, like I said at Bridges Scoreboard last night when I was up there with QB Jim Miller and Big Cat Williams, no matter what happens, we always win as Chicago Bears fans because we are together. We just rally with each other. We have a good time, enjoy our food, drinks, you know, and just we always have a good time, and we always get through this because we're blue collar, we're tough, but we deserve better, okay? Remember that. Love you guys. Have a great day. Make sure you bring an umbrella. It's wet out. And have a good Monday morning. Until next time. Oh, by the way, tonight, 𝐂𝐍𝐉𝐻𝐾 is going to be on at 8:30. It's going to be lit. I love that guy, dude. One of the best defensive backs Chicago ever had. 𝐂𝐍𝐉𝐻𝐾. Even better human being. Really good person. I'm so excited to share him with you. And pretty soon he'll be up at Bridges Scoreboard 2, your Northwest Indiana Chicago sports headquarters with the Hall of Fame menu and the coldest beer in Chicagoland. Until next time, folks, until tonight, take care of yourselves. Take care of others. Love you guys. Chi-Town up, bear down.